going on to all of my Capricorns out there? So let's get into it. How are y'all doing, by the way? All right, so okay, so for you Capricorns, you have the Page of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, the King of Cups, the Knight of Wands, the Two of Cups, the Magician, the Knight of Swords, Page of Cups, the Nine of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. Okay. All right, so what I'm seeing here for you is the Page of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, the King of Cups. Wow. Okay, so the Page of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, and the King of Cups. Some of you Capricorns, have been trying to get to know, or will get to know, or currently are getting to know. You're getting to know someone right now. Or you may have been getting to know them from the not so distant past, because a lot of the readings that I give are very much so recent events, but more so of the past. So maybe it's something that you already did. Okay. The Page of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, and the King of Cups, right, represents you were getting to know someone that you at first wanted to know. Of course, the slate was clean, right? The Knight of Wands and the Two of Cups is that this person was very enthusiastic to be with you. They had a lot of energy, right? Page of Pentacles, right? You felt like you hit the jackpot, because these are people who wanted to be with you. We know how important love is for you Capricorns. A lot of you Capricorns need love. You know what I mean? Capricorns, a lot of y'all wouldn't necessarily say all of that, but a lot of you Capricorns need love. Remember, I'm an astrologer. So I can literally, I'm supposed to know these things that most people don't know. I can afford to say these things because I'm trying to help you Capricorns. I'm trying to help you Capricorns out. So as a result, the Page of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, and the King of Cups are about, this is you Capricorns trying to immediately bring value, right? Money, wisdom, understanding, something to the table, right? Trying to get to know these people, right? And even through the difficulties of, meeting a lot of jerks from the past and learning how to get over those scenarios. I know that things may seem like it's been a little bit of a difficult ordeal for you, because Capricorn has to go through a lot of nonsense when it comes to other people. Capricorns have to go through a lot of nonsense when it comes to other people. I have Capricorn in my chart, right? And I know the difficulties of what Capricorn has to go through. The idea that, you're looking for love and all of that. You want to succeed in the great big world, but at the same time, it's so many people playing games. A lot of people don't see the value in being real and being direct. But at the same time, though, Capricorn, and I'm not reversing it on you. I'm saying that, this is something that a lot of you Capricorns ultimately have to learn to adapt to. I'm not saying that you have to start lying yourselves, but what I am saying is that you Capricorns do have to understand when a person is playing games with you, right off of the rip, in order for you to know who's good to hang out with and who's not. And the Knight of Wands and the Two of Cups, this was refreshing at first, because it was cool to have people, kind of meet you in the middle for a little bit, as you Capricorns get a chance to not do so much, to not have to go so hard or put in so much effort when it comes to approaching and getting to know somebody else. It's a convenient thing that people just, work with you instead of giving you a difficult time. And see, that's part of the reason, Capricorn, why it is that no one wants to do the approaching, because people who play games, people who are in the game, have set up doing the approaching to be so difficult. It's like, this is where all these games got to come into play. You gotta do all these games. That's my cat over there. You gotta do all these games. You gotta implement, right? That's what it is. A lot of people think, because they think, right? Because they think that, oh, if I don't do this, if I don't do that, I'm gonna essentially get laughed out of the building. They're gonna laugh me out of the building. I'm gonna get, you know what I mean? I'm gonna get laughed at, this, that, the third. Why? Because a lot of the times being approached is like being looked down upon. The idea of, well, you ain't this, and you trash, and you ain't worth a whole lot, because you gotta go. I'm gonna make it difficult for you to get at me. I'm gonna make it difficult for you. And it's like, that's whack. And anybody who's trying to make that way is whack. Because what it is instead of those people actually, I don't like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's, how do I say this? A lot of people make it seem like I'm going to make it difficult for the person who's trying to get to know me. I'm going to make it difficult for them. That's lame. Because if you put it like this, if you have to make it difficult, if you have to literally be actively making it difficult for a person to get to know you, it says a lot of things about you. Number one, it says that you really not as productive as you trying to make it sound, or you trying to make it seem like you are, because you basically you fronting, you playing games. Because who tries to make it more difficult? I mean seriously, what kind of an individual's what kind of an individual sits down and says, you know what I'm going to do? In order for me to make it seem like I'm in higher demand out here, I'm going to go ahead and make it difficult for the person to get to know me. It's like, why not just let the person get to know you and let them see your value for what it is, and let your value speak for itself? No, you got to make it difficult for the person to get to know you. Yeah, because you whack. By definition, if you got to go out of your way to make it seem like, see, this is what I'm trying to say. If you have to go out of your way to make it seem like you are in high demand, you have all this value, right? All these people want you when they really don't, when you're really nobody in regards of you're not this well-known individual like that, something's wrong with you. Because you're trying too hard to make it seem like you are this celebrity when you could just be real. And you know what I mean? Just be real about the situation. And if you're not into the person, right? Or if you know you're going to play games, leave the person alone. Or more so, it's not even about not being into them, really. It's more about just leave the person alone. Or better yet, don't even play those games and just be real with it. And let the person get to know you, because it's not like you're going to have anything to lose. No, but all of these games that people play, you going to go out of your way to tell this person, no, you got somebody already. When you know that you don't, you're going to go out of your way to go ahead and tell this person, oh, or make it seem like they're in high demand, my dear Capricorns, by not answering your phone calls and all this other type of stuff. That's whack of them. So the Magician, the Knight of Swords, and the Page of Cups now represents, as a result, this is you Capricorns. Understanding that you got to break away from these people, right? The Magician represents, you see them for who and what they are. These are people who you know, they started off cool at first and they did the correct thing at first. But the problem is the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Swords and the Page of Cups, they done transformed on you. They done turned into somebody completely different on you. Now, right, they start talking to you. Now they start styling and profiling on you. What do I mean when I say that? Like, you hanging out with them, and now they're so happy that they got themselves someone for them to be able to start talking to on that level, that romantic level. Instead of them be grounded in it, now all of a sudden they start being like, yeah, you know, I'm fly, and they start playing these same games with you. But that's the diluted part. They're not supposed to be playing these games with you, right? They're supposed to have more confidence when it comes to the rest of the world. But when it comes to, and yes, with you too, but they're not supposed to be playing games with you. That's what got them to feel like that in the first place, is being in a relationship. I ain't gonna say being in a full-blown relationship, but them getting to know you in the first place. So what are we talking about? So now all of a sudden, they start cutting style. They start acting like, you know, they too sedity even for you. The Nine of Wands and the Eight of Wands represents, yeah, so the relationship is pretty much all but over at this point. And that's what you Capricorns are doing. You have moved forward with this. You're having these types of conversations with these people, trying to figure out, trying to get to the bottom of why these people even act like this in the first place. And that how lame that is. And this is what I'm trying to tell you, Capricorns. Most people are not ready to be in a relationship. If you're finding value within this reading, then it means it's time for you to come get a personal reading from me. Okay, thank you. Just in case if I, said it before. But I'm just so focused on the reading, so I don't necessarily remember. But the point is that I am available to do readings today. But the point is that a lot of you Capricorns, right, that's what it is that a lot of people do. And this is why I'm saying to you that a lot of people are not built to be in a relationship. They're not. And that's this reading right here is the proof that they're not. They don't have a lick of cool in them. They don't know how to get to know somebody without styling and profiling on the person they're trying to get to know. How you gonna treat the person that you're dating like trash? How does that work? You're literally having fun with them, if you know what I mean. And yet, these are the same people who you're trying to act like, I'm better than you. But you having fun with this person. That doesn't even make any sense. But this is the mentality that a lot of people have. How does that even work? And you want to know how I can show and prove? It's New York. But you want to know how it is that I can show and prove that people who act like this are not meant to be in a relationship? Why don't they have this sense of confidence when they're single? And I should say, why don't they have this sense of confidence when no one's checking for them and they're by themselves? You know why? Because these people are all over the place with theirs. See, one of the qualities that you should be looking for is, how is a person moving, or what is a person like when they're not trying to stunt because like they're in high demand. Me, I'm the same everywhere I go. Everywhere I go. Everywhere it is that I go. Never been arrested or any of that type of stuff. Never had to be. So let's clarify. Let's clarify the Two of Cups. And the situation is, you get to a certain point where you could really tell people are trying too hard. Everybody, I ain't gonna say everybody, but so many people are trying to act like they're in high demand, especially when you're experienced. You know what time it is. Like, look, you're not in high demand. You're people aren't checking for you. You're not as fly as, but then you get one opportunity where someone likes what it is that they see and what it is that they do. They basically squander that opportunity. Oh, nah, trying to act like they fly. So to clarify the Two of Cups, we have the Star, Four of Cups, the Moon, Two of Cups. Like I said before, the Star and the Four of Cups represents you being interested in them. You didn't care if they were a celebrity or other people were checking for them. You were checking for them. You wanted to get to know them. And they squandered this opportunity. The Moon and the Two of Cups. Oh, I got to draw another card because you can't clarify a card with the same card. So the other card is the Eight of Wands. So the Moon and the Eight of Wands, they squandered this opportunity, trying to act like they're super fly. You started trying to get to know them, and they started trying to make it difficult for you to get to know them. And meanwhile, no one's checking for them. They're not a hot commodity like that. People are, this is what I'm talking about, commodity. They're not trying, no one's checking for them. You talking to them, and the truth is that no one is really, not a lot of people or no one at all else is really going for them. It's not to say that they're a celebrity and so many people are vying for their attention. It's like, oh, okay, you have the pick of whomever it is that you want. And yet they couldn't control themselves. The Page of Cups, they had to act like they didn't have common sense. So these are all the games that some people are going to play on you or try to play on you, Capricorn. You need to understand what to do. When people start acting like this, you leave them alone. Because you know everything you need to know about these people. They're too caught up in their... look at them. Look at how it is that they made a flip from this, being interested in you, to now this. You getting to know them, that stuff goes to their head. Now all of a sudden, everything starts going to their head. So let's clarify the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups, so we got to draw 4 more. The Emperor, the Knight of Wands, the Two of Swords, right, the World, right. Now all of a sudden, you're the last pick in the world, Capricorn. And the world represents Capricorn. Now all of a sudden, you're the last pick in the world. They're the Emperor. They're the ones that's fly. You wanted to get to know them. This, that, and the third. Yeah, but they didn't, but they, you see what I'm saying? Yeah, but people wasn't really checking for them like that. What are we talking about? But this is the mentality that I'm talking about. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. That's it, though. That's the end of the reading. I'm trying to get my YouTube channel to 10,000 subscribers by the end of June. Right now, we have 4,942 subscribers. Smash that subscribe button. Smash that like button. Hit the notification bell. Set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop these videos. Peace.